Every drop of its venom can take the life of 100 people or destroy 50,000 mice all at once. This venom belongs to a snake so dangerous that there's nothing like it in the world. From the hot deserts of Australia to the humid forests of Asia, and even under the calm waters of the oceans, snakes are silent killers that can take the life of any creature, including humans, with a single strike. In this video, we want to take a look at some of the most dangerous snakes in the world. But before we start, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Persian Hub channel. So, for the first snake, let's go with the famous rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes are found in most parts of the Americas, from the US to Argentina. If you hear a terrifying sound like a rattle from a corner, don't doubt it, it's a rattlesnake. This sound it makes can be heard from quite a distance. Young rattlesnakes make less noise, but their venom is much more potent. The venom of this snake can cause tissue death and even paralyze a person. If the venom enters the body, it can knock a person down immediately. Luckily, there is an antidote, and because of this, the fatality rate has dropped to about 4%. But if, God forbid, you get bitten one day, don't wait. Go to the doctor immediately. Now, let's talk about the death adder. From just hearing its name, you quickly understand what you're dealing with. This snake lives in Australia, and although its fangs are small, its venom is extremely lethal. It only takes 6 hours for the venom to send a person to the afterlife. The venom works by shutting down the respiratory system, ultimately leading to death. This snake can inject between 6 to 1.5 grams of venom with one bite, which is enough to kill a person with just 46 hundredths of a gram. The speed of this snake strike is terrifying. In the blink of an eye, it can bite a person multiple times. So, if you happen to see one of these snakes, don't hesitate to stay away from it, because it strikes faster than you can imagine. Now, let's move on to the Philippine cobra. The Philippine cobra is a venomous snake, famous for being able to spray its venom up to 3 meters. This is one of those snakes that never misses its target with precision. Its venom goes directly for the heart and respiratory system, and it can
take a person's life in less than 30 minutes. This snake is used in some snake shows in East Asia because of its quick reactions. But we must remember one thing. With just 1.5 grams of venom, this snake can knock someone out. So if you see it, make sure to stay away. It is very fast and can do anything to kill a person. This snake lives in Australia, and scientists have fully named its venom. The venom of the tiger snake is a combination of neurotoxin and myotoxin, which shuts down the nervous system and clots the blood, blocking the arteries. If, God forbid, it bites someone, it only takes 30 minutes for the person to be sent to the afterlife. First, the neck and legs of the person will hurt. Then, their body becomes numb, and eventually, they become paralyzed. After that, they pass away with the paralysis. But the good news is that if you don't bother this snake, it won't harm you. However, if you trap it or provoke it, it will make a whistling sound and then attack. This snake is so dangerous that its victims often lose their lives. The black mamba is the deadliest snake in Africa, and its reputation comes from its potent venom and incredible speed. Although its venom is weaker than some other snakes, its unique skill is injecting large amounts of venom in one go. This can be enough to kill a person. This snake can inject up to 6 grams of venom in a single bite, which is enough to kill 25 people. Its speed also reaches 19 kilometers per hour, which is not slow, and even the fastest runners in the world can't escape it. If, God forbid, you encounter this snake, it can bite you up to 12 times. The worst part is that its venom kills the victim within 20 minutes. In short, this snake doesn't joke around. If it crosses your path, forget everything else and go in the opposite direction. The coastal taipan is one of the deadliest snakes in the world, living in Australia. This snake can sometimes grow up to 3 meters long, and its venom is extremely dangerous. The venom of the taipan directly shuts down the nervous system, and it is so potent that it can take multiple lives within minutes. When this snake bites, the victim first becomes numb and then paralyzed. Breathing becomes difficult for them. This snake is one of those you should definitely avoid. but if you do encounter it, you definitely need to be very cautious.
The blue-crested snake is only found in Asia, but the good part is that this snake is nocturnal, and it usually comes out at night to hunt. An interesting fact is that this snake loves to eat other snakes, whether they are venomous or not. However, the big problem is that this snake likes to hide in people's sleeping bags, tents, or even their shoes. Its venom is 16 times more potent than a cobra's, which means a direct bite from it could be lethal. At first, the bite doesn't hurt and only causes a slight inflammation. But after 15 to 30 minutes, the symptoms start: swelling, muscle spasms, blurred vision, and eventually breathing cessation. This snake is so terrifying that in India, the death rate from its bites has been 70 to 80%. In short, this snake with its blue, striking color is very dangerous, and if you're near it, make sure to get away from it quickly. Eastern brown snake. The eastern brown snake causes havoc in Australia and unfortunately accounts for the most fatalities in the country. The venom of this snake is the third most deadly in the world, and its speed is very high. They say a single bite can take the lives of 100 people, or if we want to compare, it can kill 250,000 mice. However, its bite is painless at first, and you don't realize what happened. But anyone who suspects they have been bitten by this snake should immediately see a doctor. The scary part is that this snake often hides in people's homes. Once, a woman in Australia was collecting her child's toys, and in the process, she saw an eastern brown snake, and she was terrified right then. The highest death toll from snake bites belongs to this snake. For this reason, most of the time, people try to kill this snake. Belcher's sea snake. Imagine walking on the beach and suddenly seeing this snake. Belcher's sea snake lives in tropical regions like the Indian and Pacific Oceans, and is known as the most venomous sea snake in the world. Its venom is 100 times more potent than most land snakes. But fortunately for us humans, it's not that dangerous, because it rarely bites, and even when it does, it doesn't empty all its venom. But even just a small amount of venom can kill 100 people. Symptoms include poisoning, muscle pain, body weakness, fever, chills, tongue numbness, and eventually death. For this reason, when you're in tropical regions and planning to swim on the beach, make sure to stay alert. The inland taipan is the deadliest snake in the world and is native to Australia. This snake has the most potent venom in the world.
Its venom is 50 times stronger than a cobra's and 800 times stronger than a rattlesnake's. If the snake bites a person, within about 20 minutes, the person is done. To understand the magnitude of the tragedy, just 38/100ths of a gram of the snake's venom is enough to incapacitate 80% of its victims. In short, if you live in Australia and spot one of these snakes, just leave it alone and let it go about its life, because it might come after yours. So, what do you think about these snakes? Which one do you find the most dangerous or unusual? Please write your answers or any other thoughts you have in the comments section. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Animal OES channel. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.